Hello, everybody. What is up? And how y'all doing? Let me see here. We got a couple people in there watching, I think. Yeah, we do. A couple people. Happy birthday, Mr. Landon.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday.
Yeah, I'm gonna sing
happy
it.
Birthday to me.
I'm gonna sing it here in a little bit when we get a bigger crowd in here. I'm gonna sing that song.
Wait, but
Yeah.
we can say it a few times. But
Yeah.
I hope folks are having a good day. I hope you're having a good day. Hi to Papa Pimp. Hello, Mama Pimp.
Yeah. So Landon turned 112 today. 112. But nah, it's hot. I'm hot right now. Even though it's cooler outside, I'm hot. Anyways. Yeah, so it's a good day. Landon birthday and
So had you said 116, you could say 116 and a half years, right?
oh yeah. Yeah, he could do that. Or just call it like it is. You're an old motherfucker.
Well, as I say in Squidbilly, and take your take your old pills. And, that's one of those things that life is fun.
So, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting.
I mean, life has drama. That's real drama, not this fake stuff that they kayfabe stuff that they do on YouTube.
You just got to take the. I mean, look, life is life. I mean, you're gonna take punches. You're gonna losses and victories, sadness and happiness. That's what it's all about. I mean, I don't know of anybody, even the richest people or the people that's got family and loved ones and stuff. No one goes without a little sadness.
Yeah. I say my mommy passed. So it would be next month. It will be what 2 years. Is that right?
Yeah, it's about right.
Yeah. So things move on, things pass, but also there's lots of joys. We're coming up on this 40th anniversary of the first largest known prime that I co-discovered. I'm going to go up to the university. We'll have some remembrances there. I was going through some of my old papers down in the basement, looking for artifacts and so forth, and old printouts, and I'm looking at stuff and saying, here's stuff, that's like 40, 45 years old, and if I had known that this would have been more important, I might have organized it better. But you don't know at the time. You don't know what's going to happen, right? You don't know when the big break is going to happen.
True. Now, by old documents, Landon means stones. When he was a kid, they used to carve the words into the stones. They didn't have any.
Yeah, I mean, it was the digital version of stones was like paper tape, right?
Yeah.
Roll of tape like this with holes punched in it. There was real paper tape and punch cards. Those things that the utility bill used to go on. Those were punch card things and fan printout, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, you could say I was there near the beginning of the dawn of the networking age.
You were there the day you were born. Did you know that?
It was. Yeah, that was true. In fact, it was last yesterday, keeping up with the cork sniffing thing, and I got to thank Red Eye for the term cork sniffer.
Well, at least it ain't cock sniffer.
Yeah, well, it's Australian, so it's got lost in a translation.
Yeah.
But I was up in the hills at some wineries, and we were looking back across the Bay Area to where my farm was. And people saying, yeah, as a little kid, I used to be over there looking back this way. And so it was kind of an interesting perspective to see.
Yeah.
So how are folks doing?
If you're talking about my family and stuff, my dad's doing actually pretty okay. He's grumpy. He's always grumpy, though. My mom's taking too much on her shoulders as always. Don't know when to stop and just she don't know when to stop and breathe. But she's she complains about me doing the same thing, taking too much on yourself. You're worrying too much. I get that from her. So
Yeah.
and, got some happy birthdays in there. By the way, if you don't know, if you just it is Landon's birthday. He just turned legal age today. He's 21 finally. And
21 in what would we say? And not quite Mars years, because that's not enough years. I'm I'm old and proud of it, but yes. So hey, thank you there, Milwaukee. Hello there, Announcer. Thank you very much for your birthday.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a good day. Celebrate your birthday. He said he's gonna get naked and shave his chest hair off.
Saturn years. No, I got for my heart surgery, I got naked and they shaved my chest hairs off. They also shaved other hairs off too, but that's different.
Yeah, I tell you what, if you ever start shaving your balls and stuff, you better do it all the time, because once that stuff starts growing back, it's a motherfucker.
It's the itchies. Yes. Honest Red, thank you very much for the glasses on there. Actually, it's something I was if you had asked the 6-year-old me, I would have thought glasses was the worst thing that happened to me.
Yeah.
But I was more concerned about the social stuff and not so much I could see. That was kind of an odd thing. But 6-year-old kids, what do they know? 27 years. 27 in Saturn. Well, no, 27 in Saturn years? So Saturn's got a pretty, or 29 years old. Well, 29 years, you're probably talking about Milwaukee atheists on in terms of Mars years. But the thing that I have been tracking is and of course here comes the pun, Uranus. And it's got a nice circuit, 84-year circuit, which is a pretty full life. So I've been watching as the planet. I started tracking it when I was 9, and I'm watching it go around the sky, and it's a pretty. It's more than halfway. He's gone past halfway on that. So
yeah. Well, there you go.
Oh, there.
I don't know who
so I understand you have a stream goal today.
Yeah, $50 million. I don't. Yeah. Well, the stream goal is to as much tips as you possibly can give, and Landon will give more.
Yeah, I mean, you could try setting how about a goal like $1,750, something like that?
Yeah, $1,750. That's the go.
There you go.
And
so if you tip even up into the point when I tip, I'll double it. So
Yeah.
So yes, So some people say Uranus, some people say Uranus. It kind of depends upon your and I don't know that either pronunciation is preferred over the others. I mean, oftentimes I use Uranus as opposed to, but that sounds like
Well, most of the time when you hear scientists talk, they say what you said. I've noticed that Neil deGrasse Tyson says what you just said, Uranus. I know there's a lot of smart people, dumbasses like me, but Uranus.
But when you're on the Pimpmunk show, you got to say Uranus.
Yeah,
at least once.
The butthole planet.
But actually, it's actually a pretty amazing planet. So yes, you can sort of watch the cosmos. I mean, some people talk about I like the seasons, but I like the seasons out there, right? They got some really long seasons out there. So yes, Uranus. He's talking about the Milwaukee. He's talking about the original Greek. is there. So urinals would be but I guess the question becomes, because it was Herschel, right, that discovered the planet. And the question is, did he go after did he do it from the Roman god tradition or the Greek god tradition when it was named? There's some debate about that, but I think the answer is that both pronunciations are.
Yeah, there's both of them acceptable. People know what the hell you mean when you say either one, so there you go.
Yeah. So I will point out, say that this particular the cork sniffing wine is this Naumann late harvest Merlot. 16.6% alcohol by volume. 4% residual sugar. So this is a nice sweet dessert wine, and it's got sediment. I mean, look. I don't know if you could see that sediment on the bottom of that cork. Right? Lots and lots and lots of sediment. So this is...
And that's laced with heroin, too, so...
So that's why we're going to go through this little strainer here on a...
It kind of is like a butt plug.
Kind of, except, of course, it would leak, right?
Yeah.
It would leak there, so it wouldn't be
So you pour the wine into that and it strains it?
Yeah, so you pour the wine. I'm going to pour the wine through here, right? And if you look down here, there's an aerator, right? So as the wine goes, it creates a vortex, pulls in air from the side. That's the little spot there, and that little spot there as it goes through. So it'll make a rude sound.
Like a fart.
As it not quite like a fart, but it'll make a rude sound as it goes through. And let's see if we can get this, because this would also be appropriate for a Pimpmunk show. But let's see how much I can get out of this thing. So
okay. The hell? I did hear that.
And that's part of what I basically was pouring it through here. Sorry, I couldn't get the camera is fixed on this laptop, so
yeah.
That was the pour of the late harvest there. So this is growing up in Cupertino, and if those people Apple fans know about the city of Cupertino, that's a Cupertino wine.
Yeah. Why is the thing's not switching for some reason? The camera, when you talk, it's not switching over to you for some reason.
Good, maybe because it likes you. Maybe I need to be presented.
Well, I'll present you. Why is it? I had to click on you now. It's showing you, but it'd be just you. For some reason, it's not switching back and forth. I don't know.
Yeah, the cup would be cool. That's
there it goes. Oh, I guess when you're talking away from the mic, it doesn't pick you up or get enough for guests. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pump loud, but not loud enough. Turn up, please. Okay, so if I project, will that help?
I think it's when you lean back, your mic isn't picking you up quite as good.
Okay.
That's what it is.
I need to be in there close and.
I can turn you up a tad bit, though. I mean, it don't matter.
But yeah. So there is the it said adjusted my shoulder. So there's my late harvest.
Yeah. Glad I could catch you live. The new job is making it difficult. I hear you, honest Red. I hear you, buddy.
Well, I hope your job is at least rewarding in that sense.
He sucks dick at a truck stop parking lot. So
honest red. That's an interesting part of the spectrum. Because I guess honest yellow wouldn't have a ring to it. Honest orange. No, that's too political.
Truthful green. Truthful green.
That sounds a bit ecological. Honest blue. That sounds a bit political. Honest purple? No.
Honest beige.
on a chartreuse.
Yeah.
Hello there, paragon of virtue.
Gosh, that's Gosh, man. Hello, Gosh.
Yeah.
Bamboo, bamboo. Every time I see Gage, I think about that. When we were in Charlotte, we go around this hotel part in the car, and they had these bamboo trees out there. And every time we passed it, he would say the same thing: "Bamboo, bamboo. How are you?" And I was like, "Dude, you fucking stupid."
I guess that's
But
one
that's
of those things.
Gage.
That's one of those kid things that he hasn't grown out of yet.
Yeah, he's a dumbass.
But yeah, he's good company on traveling on there. But yeah, so,
he's great company traveling.
Norman Vineyards, and they even have their phone number 408-867-7871. You can give them a call.
867-5309.
And so now, of course, if I left it like this, because I'm not going to chug the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Cork sniffers don't chug. We sniff the cork and we savor it. So in order for me to be able to drink this later, I'm going to pull a vacuum. And so there's this guy here, which is a little stopper. And then what you do is you have this rude thing that you put on here. Come on, make the jokes.
It's a lot of goddamn work for one fucking drink, Landon. And now you're pumping it up over there. He's having a happy birthday now, isn't he? He's jerking his old dick off over there.
So now it's got a vacuum on the thing there, and so it won't, the wine won't.
See, what you need to do is go to the damn local and whatever ABC and get you a box of wine.
Yep, see?
Get you some Mad Dog 20, some MD 20. And you ain't got to do all that work. You'll puke your fucking guts up for days, but.
Yeah. So oftentimes when you see stuff, I mute because otherwise the comments would be for wine sniffing, cork sniffing would be.
It sounds exactly like when I'm wiping my ass. Yeah,
so
I don't know why.
It says it's rewarding working with disabled kids. That's nice of you.
Yeah, he actually works with them. I mean, they work at the same place. He doesn't have kids. They all work at a fucking local Burger King. I'm just fucking with it. But that is a rewarding job. It sounds like it.
How do you do? Yes.
Yeah, that's what he would say. He's a dumbass. But that does sound like a rewarding job. It's good to have a job you enjoy. I enjoy my line of work when I'm not fucked over by goddamn the big industry and people.
Yeah. Well, as I mentioned to Red Idea last night, I did deliver a subtle message about YouTube. I'll just put it that let's say when you asked me to take a whiz, one of the founders was there. And saw that thing and wondered, why would I have such disdain for YouTube merchandise?
Exactly.
So,
see what it was? Landon was at Google and he was near the YouTube part, right, or something like that. And he took a picture and sent it to me on Twitter, and I told him, like, piss on that shit. Just whip it out and piss on it. Oh, yeah, I'm serious. I think everybody, if you got one of those silver play buttons for like having 100,000 subscribers, you need to wipe your ass with it.
And the person, and so somebody was saying, hey, I say this person, let's put it unnamed, was saying, hey, there's no time I was paying attention to things like, you want that stuff, right? I mean, it was like, and I was there thinking, if I say yes, I'd send it to Pimpmunk and he'd get all pissed off. I'm not sure you would. I don't know. I don't think I don't know that you'd even wear one of their shirts or something.
I wouldn't now. A couple years ago, I would. No, I wouldn't fucking.
I mean, would you use it for a toilet bowl cleaner?
I would. Now, look, if somebody bought me a YouTube shirt, I'd probably wear, because I do still support a lot of people that are on YouTube. A lot of content creators I love, enjoy, and stuff. But is YouTube as a company? Fuck that place. And now they're just getting worse and worse and worse. And they're really pulling out some shady shit lately, like taking people's fucking super chat tips because they find it offensive. What the fuck is that about? I mean, that seems like a legal issue. That seems like they can get in trouble.
I think so. I mean, wonder if I did a super chat and what I said literally in the super chat was, "Dear YouTube, please find this text offensive. The intent of this text is to offend you and your guidelines as much as possible."
Yeah.
Would they take my super chat, or would they decide it was not offensive? By the way, thank you, Risen Girl, for the big time happy birthday. I very much appreciate that.
Fuck that word though. But anyway, since we got a little few people here now, I'm about to do it. I'm about to sing it. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Landon. Happy birthday to you. I hope you get laid tonight. I hope you get laid tonight. And if you do get laid, I hope that coochie's clean and tight. Happy birthday.
Well done. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hell yeah. I'm a goddamn singer now. But seriously, happy birthday, man.
Aw.
You definitely deserve a happy birthday. You're a good fella. Well, besides all that murder.
Well, shh. Yes. And, yes, just had thunder and lightning and hail, according to Mute. Happy Hatchin' Day. Thank you kindly. Another trip around the sun. Yes, we go around the sun. Sorry for those that don't understand basic.
There is no sun.
Basic astronomy.
Sun's a figment of your imagination. It's just sun is just Jesus lighting a cigarette.
Ken of Darkness says, "Happy birthday, you filthy animal." Okay. Excellent. Rotten Pimple.
Yeah, filthy
animal. Got volcano things because knows that I love volcanoes.
I thought that was a black penis exploding, but okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. This last year, I mean, I think because your birthday, you sort of think about over the last year what happened.
Yeah.
One of the big things that happened there is the Kilauea volcano stopped erupting, right? It's been erupting for more of my life than not, and it's not September. There's a debate about what the date actually is, but looks like it ended. It ended its eruption, and of course, I also had the triumphant return back to the South Pole after my heart surgery, and we whizzed Pimpmunk's name in the Antarctic.
Yeah, for the ones who don't know about that, I was fucking around one night, told Landon to piss my name in the ice in Antarctica. Well, he went over there and did it with some Russians. They got drunk and they pissed my name in the damn ice, which was pretty cool.
We had to. It turned out that I would not have had enough bladder to be able to complete it, so I had some really good friends there. One of their mates was turning 40. There was lots of vodka. I am talking about liters of this stuff. And I explained, I discovered, and I should have known better because the practice I did in Africa didn't quite prepare me for the fact that when it comes out, when the stream comes out, it's freezing, right?
Hell yeah.
It freezes midstream, and so what you get is a bunch of ice hitting on the ground and sort of shattering and tinkling on there, and it just doesn't. Besides creating a mess, and yes, we did clean it up. We didn't the pee there, but besides creating a mess, it doesn't it doesn't mark on the ice. It basically just hits the surface of the ice. So the only way that you can actually get any effect on the ice is you got to kneel down real close to the ice and kind of drill into it, right? A little, right? And you got to, but that, you got to build up pressure, and then you got to put a little urine through there. And I realized there's no way that I could spell Pimpmunk any amount of time too. So I explained it to these Russians who were, again, drinking lots of liters of vodka, and they were very happy to oblige. And we took turns. It took us about 2 hours to drink enough alcohol and urinate, but we did. And Pimpmunk has the movie.
Yeah, I bet there was some good vodka though, because they were Russian.
Oh,
I bet there,
absolutely.
Yeah.
None of this rock that stuff. No, they
Yeah.
great thing in there. And I say I don't know of very many people who've had their name peed into the ice near the South Pole.
I'm one of them.
You're one of the unique ones.
Yeah, damn right, because I'm amazing. And that's why you people should tip right now and help Landon, because Landon's giving a pretty nice tip today, matching a lot of the money that was made over the past month and things, because he always gives me something on his birthday. That's his thing. He always, so ever since I known him, he gave me something on his birthday. So he's giving me that today. So to help out, pay my mom's car off, and with the extra, if there is any extra, food and stuff like that,
medicine,
and meth and whores.
Yeah, but you need to tip, because I'll double it in there. So thank you, Shrimp Sushi, for that. I like people that whose handle is actually can be done really well with emojis, and Shrimp Sushi is one of those that works quite well.
It does. Shrimp Sushi.
Yeah. No, the Russians they're a pretty friendly bunch down there when you encounter them. The Dutch too. The Dutch bring really outstanding beer down there.
Oh, I would imagine. I want to go to Ireland and drink beer.
Yeah.
I imagine they got some good fucking beer over there.
Yeah, they have a knack for some of the old distilleries around there are quite venerable.
You think about Russians, man, on TV and everything. You always see them. The only fucking alcohol they ever drink is vodka. I've only known one actually person from Russia my whole fucking life. They lived down here. I'm talking about not online. I've met many Russians online, but down here he moved from Russia like a long time ago. He's an older gentleman, but he wouldn't touch vodka. He was a bourbon guy. He only drank bourbon. So yeah. So the only Russian I meet don't even drink fucking vodka. Well, that's fucked up.
These 10 individuals climbed Mount Vincent. That's the highest peak in Antarctica. And that's an extraordinary climb, because it's a high vertical walls. You're high exposed to lots of elements. I mean, they say it's a lot harder to climb Mount Vincent than Everest. And so they were, and in fact, when someone asked, how long did it take for you to climb Mount Vincent? And they said about 13 liters. In terms of alcohol.
Yeah, that's actually funny. About 13 liters.
They were a really fun group down there.
Sounds like
probably the people that were the least hospitable were the North Koreans, because they would stay on North Korean time, right? They wouldn't switch time zones to wherever, because you're supposed to adopt the business day of the base you're near rather than, and so they'd stay on there, and they would every morning wake up, they turn on their music and do their calisthenics, right?
Yeah.
Sort of their thing. And I don't know if you can go on any one of those sort of, various films about North Korea, and you hear that. You hear the the thing is this dear leader. But that's not something you want when you're trying to sleep, to hear this stuff going on. there. So it was somebody ended up taking the batteries out of their little boom box and leave them outside.
Yeah.
And that finished the batteries. They froze. And we didn't
That's
have
crazy.
anymore.
That is fucking crazy. Everything freezes over.
Yeah.
Including your ass.
Yes, and the nether regions too. That's the
frozen taint sickles.
yes. When you're doing the whiz, you need to well, of course you have to clean it up, but if you're doing it in and out sort of in the open, you need to be sure that the wind's to your back so that you don't get frostbite. Let's say where it counts. You don't want to have frostbite down there.
I know. Fucking make me lose your dick.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, because people lose their toes when they get frostbite. And my dick's about the size of a toe, unfortunately. So I lose my little toe dick. And I don't want to lose my toe dick. Landon said that to me once. Okay. Oh, Galen said that to you once. Yeah. Anyways, raising girls up in there. You what?
That's on the new gig.
Yeah, she's got a job.
Excellent there, Raisin. Excellent.
She licks butts. Now she actually got a real good job at a local car lot. She sucks farts out of the used car seats. Yeah, so she sucks them farts right out of it.
Yeah, Galen is very Galen. That's the one thing you can consistently say. Galen is consistently Galen.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. I'm consistently. You most Galen person? Yeah. I'm the most consistent motherfucker too. I'm always a dick. Not really. I'm a nice guy. Try to be. No one likes it.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bud.
We were telling all these stories, but I don't see any tips.
Didn't get a one, not yet. Shrimp Sushi ain't done his job yet. All these cheap ass fuckers up in here need a tip.
See, there's a. I'm trying to decipher this thing. So there's a tree. That's a tree, and is that a sheep?
See, yeah. They call it, what's a U or whatever.
U.
True. Yeah. Pimp. Yeah. That's our little things. I say, because ever since we took the Myrtle Beach trip that time, the joke was I was gonna have sex with Raisin underneath that tree in the backyard, but it wasn't a tree; it was a fucking bush. And so we started saying like tree you, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's right, because the description of the property made it seem like it was a tree, but it turned out to be. I mean, it was a kind of a shrubbery tree, but it had been pruned down.
Yeah, a fucking bush.
To a bush.
It was a bush, but there ain't no way you could fuck on that thing. It was next to the ground, especially my fat ass. But we really weren't gonna have sex. But it was all a joke. But yeah, boy. That was a good trip.
You could have used the items that, of course, Bolin brought. That
fucker's crazy.
Bolin, sir. Yes.
Bolognese.
I hope he's doing well.
I don't. I do. I think I got about we got some kind of tip here. Not sure.
Thank you.
I think I have to check in here. Fucking logging into Streamlabs is like, you gotta give blood, urine samples, kill a couple people. It's fucking crazy. Fire. Anyways, logging over here, trying to get to this damn Streamlabs. It takes forever to fucking log in. Ain't none. Okay. Well, they ain't getting none on Streamlabs. There was some kind of tip going on here, but it's not showing. So
Well,
yeah, I
maybe
think
it'll
it's
show
like.
up maybe it'll show up in a little bit.
Oh, okay. It was 666, and it was
Ah,
from.
thank you kindly.
It was from. I think it was from Shrimp. Yeah.
Thank you kindly.
$6.66.
That's a very spiritual.
Yeah, devil worshiping fuckers. There's bird flu. He's gay. What do you mean? This is live. Yeah, it's live. There's Enclave. See, now there's some tippers if they match. See, there's the motherfuckers that can tip right there, especially Enclave.
So we've got an audacious goal today of the stream goal is $1,700.
Yeah, $1,700 is the stream go.
And if you tip, I will double it.
Yeah, well.
And why? Because it's my birthday. And
yes.
Things like that. I think more people should give gifts on their birthday than receive.
Yeah.
Except for Pimpmunk. Pimpmunk, the 20 days of Pimpmunk is going to coming up. So.
Yeah, you gotta give me gifts. Fuck that shit. I'm a professional gift receiver. I love gifts. Gifts make me happy. They make me excited in my panties. They make my panty drawers wet. Yar, matey.
Yar. And
I'm sweating like a fucking whore in church right now.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Pimpmunk, I've seen some people who claim to be against whores sweating a lot in church, too.
Oh, yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Yeah, there's some. Yeah, when I went to church, I knew a whole bunch of people fucking each other. There was this.
What?
One dude. He wasn't he wasn't a member of the church I went to, but he would come on Wednesday nights because, of course, when I was in church, we had church both Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, Bible study on Thursday. I was always with that fucking church. But anyways. He'd come on Wednesday nights and come to find out he was fucking the pastor's wife. Yeah, so yeah.
So stay sane. I am 58 today.
Yep.
58 years old. This is my 59th birthday. Because my first birthday was when I was born, right? So,
wrinkly balls.
So yeah, that's the
he's so old his nutsack looked like a melted pack of butter. It's squishy.
A walnut.
Yeah, it's squishy. Did your balls drop a lot? Because they say old men's balls sag. He does look good for his age.
I don't know that. Yeah, so but this right here, right, is from mommy. My mom grayed early. I got my first gray hair when it was 17, and so I plucked it out on purpose because they say you take out, you pluck out your hair, you get more grow back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I grayed early.
He did.
Well, thank you kindly. Stay sane. So stay sane. Do you manage to stay sane, or are you? Is that just a objective?
We got a tip from Bird Flu.
Oh, thank you kindly, Bird Flu.
They gave $15. What? And he says, "Whatever happened to Ja Rule?" Ja Rule's a rapper that he battled with Eminem and got buried. What the fuck are you asking me about Ja Rule for?
Well, they think you know everything, so
I do know a lot. No, I don't know shit. I really don't. I don't know a goddamn thing. Those things. What app, Raisin? What app? Not what up, but what out, Raisin. So I was watching this. I've been watching this Hell's Kitchen stuff on Prime lately, and every time there's a contestant on there that's from Philadelphia, especially the girls, they all sound like Raisin Girl to me. Every one of them.
Philadelphia?
Yeah, Philadelphia chicks all sound the fucking same.
So Raisin. I mean, so Raisin Girl has the quintessential Philadelphia accent.
She does have a very on, like saying on instead of on. But then her voice is like she got a little bit of a gravel to her voice, which makes it sexy. She does got a sexy voice. She on.
I think so.
On. But I have a typical Philly accent when I get comfy with folks, she said. She's comfy as fuck with me because I hear the guy. She'll be sitting there talking to me on and what, just all kinds of little fucking Philly there. You ever heard the old Baltimore accent? That's a weird one. But they don't. The old people like from Baltimore don't call it Baltimore. It's Balmer. They call it Balmer, which is different. But every area's got its own little dialect and accent. I mean, Mississippi's like fucking retarded, slow kids. I don't know. But of course, you got Louisiana with the Cajun. Yo, boy, oh yeah, oh wee boy. You get a fucking coon. You get what they call a coon ass, which is a Cajun basically raised on the bayou. You can't understand a goddamn thing them motherfuckers say. You know, boy, boy. Woo. Run that by me one more again. Then you got the Georgia accent, which Georgia's got like the two accents really. They got the regular Southern accent, then they got that Georgia proper Southern accent where they talk like this. Well, I'll be Raisin Minnesota accents make her giggle. Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota, yeah. Boston accents are different. Yeah, they get the R, they carry the R or whatever, drop the R. Murder. Instead of murder, it's murder. Murder. But yeah, anyways. The only people that don't really have an accent is people out in California.
Oh no, we enunciate our vowels.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
And of course, there's regional things. In the South California stuff there, but no, that's we enunciate our vowels. Yeah, well, yeah, because see,
fuck California people, because y'all. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, what? Yeah, what?
Y'all can suck my country dick. What y'all can do? But I have my own accent anyway. I have my own fucking little Pimpmunkish accent because I really do have a different accent. Because growing up, I hung out with a number of black folks mostly. And then my family and stuff was all white people so I kind of picked up on the black Southern accent and the white Southern accent, kind of meshed them together in a way, and I just came out sounding like I sound.
Yeah, and the rest is history.
Pretty much. That's the way it went down in Chinatown, boy.
So as I say, in your family, your dad's got a really classic Southern accent.
He does. I see Raisin Girl gave $5 too.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll make that 10. Thank you kindly there, Raisin Girl.
Yeah, she did. Oh, sexy ass.
And I see, by the way, that I like to spell his name. That double 6 space is here. See, and it was really asking why is it? Well, you see, it's double parentheses double aught or not, depending on you there. Double not 6 space, and there's a space after the 6. There's no space after the other 6, so that's why it's double. It's 2 double not 6 space, right? So double not 6 space.
Now, just to let you know, Raisin Girl, yours came in as like an e-check, and I won't receive the money until the 31st, is what it says. I don't know why it does that with some people.
That's fine. We appreciate.
That's what I'm a little worried about yours, but you sent money to me a lot, so it probably won't do nothing like that with you. But anyways, whatever. Yeah, but thank you. No, I didn't actually receive it, but I know it's coming. So yeah, thank you, Razor. I just wanted to make sure that you knew, in case it popped up in 2 days or a couple of days, and you didn't know where the fucking charge was from. Because it says, it should clear on the 31st. This happens with certain people.
Yeah,
you hyped it for items. Oh, I opted for them to take it from my account instead of direct debit. Yeah. Well, that is probably why. I guess. I don't know. I know it does that with some people. Sometimes it did it with Frank a couple weeks ago, but they don't do it every time with him. So I don't know what the deal is there. I really don't. But I appreciate the tip, though, girly girl. And y'all need a tip because Landon's gonna do special birthday. He's his birthday, but he's giving me money because I'm awesome and my dick's huge. That ain't got nothing to do with it. But also, go ahead, sir. No,
go ahead, please.
Oh, I was just gonna say that if somebody wanna, I don't know what I was gonna say. I lost it. Go ahead, dude. Say what you're gonna say.
I was thinking more stories.
Oh yeah.
Well, I remember, for example, farm stories. The one of them, of course, was how I became a chicken farmer. Raising eggs, right? Not poultry for meat, but raising eggs, and it had to do with my brother. He was actually in charge of egg production on the farm, but he did not, obey my parents, who would, tell him, things like you need to, because you had to get up early in the morning, to let the hens out of the hen house.
Yeah.
And they go into the yard. It was part of keeping the hens healthy, but. But at night, before it gets dark, before sunset, the hens go back into the hen house, and you board up the hen house to keep the critters out there, and then you go inside and pick up the eggs. The problem with my brother is that he, and so he was supposed to do this before and they always said you got to do it before sunset. And my parents weren't really big on explanations as to why. I mean, if they had told me what they, or they told us, my brother, why, maybe he would have thought of it, but they didn't. So anyway, my brother, one of those days I got too busy, was playing or whatever, realized that it was dark and he hadn't still gone down to close up the hen house and pick up the eggs. And it's not like you could sort of fake it, right? You either got a large, eggs on there, because there's several, multiple dozen hens there. Yes. So you had lots and lots of eggs. You better, show up at the house because you had to clean the eggs. That's another thing that city slickers don't understand. Eggs come out of that nether region of the chicken where lots of chicken poo comes out, and the eggs are not clean, right? The eggs that you see in the store have been cleaned. Yeah. But they're not clean as in you don't take a brush and brush them down, because you'll remove the protective coating off of the egg. Yeah. So you have to clean them by like a wet rag or something to wipe off gently. Because they're eggs, but also you don't want to remove the protective coating. But yes, I guess that people would be turned off. You opened up a carton of eggs and to see a bunch of chicken poo covering those eggs. Yeah, so you have to clean it, right? Even if you're selling eggs in the country. So my brother was supposed to be. It was something like, my mom, told him, hey, get. It's time for you to start cleaning eggs. And you cleaned. At that time, I think we had maybe 10 dozen hens, and you might get maybe 8 dozen eggs. You had to clean each night. And so my brother, realized he hadn't even gone down and closed up the hen house, let alone pick up the eggs. So he snuck down there. Well, according to my brother, he told us that he was inside the hen house. All the hens were there, and he was feeding the chickens, and he was hearing the scratching in the corner, kind of hissing, scratching corner, but didn't pay much attention. And then the bucket he had he heard like something like was peeing on the bucket. And then on his leg until it hit him what it was. And it was basically a skunk that was doing the... Oh! Right? And it was 2 skunks in the corner. The second skunk got him in the chest. The first skunk was going down to the bucket and so forth, whizzing that skunk stuff.
That's fucked up.
And now you understand, now he was 8 and I was 5. So he dropped the bucket and came running up to the house, crying. And of course, it was weird. I could tell that my brother stank before he even got into the house. and the thing that was kind of the sad thing was that, brother started running in the house, and what did my mom do? He turned his ass around and he sent him right back outside. Not, but seriously, he had that stuff on him, and if it had gotten into the house more than it would have, we would all have been there. So they went outside and it was crying and there, and so there's various things they talk about, like bathing in tomato juice. That doesn't help, right?
I've heard that. I don't think it helps.
Gets into when that skunk odor stuff gets into your pores.
Yeah.
Right? Tomato juice doesn't cover it, right? Doesn't. No.
Nah, tomato juice.
And it was really powerful. I mean, in the hen house was just overpowering. When you go by on the road and you smell a skunk, right? You're talking about a skunk that's ways off, right? That's not a skunk on the side. You're talking about a skunk when it's been full double dose in that hen house was just nauseous, overpowering. And my brother, of course, was quite traumatized. They did all the try to scrubbing him. Of course, all his clothes and so forth were put outside. And they stank for a long time, right? And they were trying to, and it was, and what, and this is very typical of moms. What pissed her off more was the fact that he had on a brand spanking new pair of jeans.
Oh yeah, that would piss a mom off.
And so she tried washing, she tried other detergent stuff on there, other remedies, nothing worked, right? These pants, they got to the point where you really couldn't smell the skunk stuff on the pants unless they got wet. Right? It was kind of, right? You put them in the wash, and then the wash would stink, right? And it would transfer the oil to whatever other clothing was there. So you put them outside and try to sun bleach them, but not there. The family story is that my mom ended up giving it the Goodwill, because you couldn't smell it I mean, the pans seemed okay. You couldn't really smell them there, but if they got wet, oh.
Yeah.
So some poor kid. I mean, I felt that's this family legend. I don't know if it's true or not. But anyway, so my brother was so traumatized by these gongs that he couldn't go and do the thing, and so little 5-year-old me was the one that ended up having to.
Damn.
Right. I was and that's how I got become the egg man.
The egg man. Rotten Pimple sent in a $10 tip. Thank you, buddy. He says don't. Yeah, he says don't double tip. Happy birthday, Landon.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah, thank you very much.
But yeah, so that was
it's a stanky story.
I ended up having to embrace the whole egg production thing.
Yeah.
And I got really quite good at it. And I towards the end I won grand champion dozen eggs. A dozen egg of the state of California.
Damn.
State fair, because state fair is a big thing.
Yeah.
7 years in a row.
Wow.
7 years in a row, my chickens had the best dozen eggs in the whole state of California.
Wow, that's crazy.
And we had really healthy chickens. I mean, and I say the yolks were really nice, dark pumpkin orange. They were, very.
And there's a lot of people don't, they don't realize that chicken farmers, it ain't just you sit there waiting for a chicken to pop out of egg. You got to feed them certain types of food.
Yeah.
If you want good eggs, you got to take care of them because chickens will eat any goddamn thing.
Yep, you gotta get them to exercise. That's part of getting them up in the morning at sunrise to chase the chickens out into the yard and then make sure they're hooking up because otherwise the critters will eat them. And we had a particular. I used Egg Maker 16 was one of the base chickens. We also used crushed oyster shells because it gave the calcium was really important. And then we also used cracked corn. Cracked dried corn was another thing that was there. Jane cracked corn. I don't care. Well, yes, we used cracked corn in there. So our chickens were quite.
I thought you said crack whore for a second.
But yes, and so I used that. I used some of the proceeds from my egg production to go to college.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Local college here at Cal State.
That's phenomenal.
To buy a college. So that's in some ways that trauma of my brother and the skunk thing and so forth ended up launching me into my career.
I tell you, I feel sorry for him about this skunk because fucked. They stink. God damn.
Skunks are not.
I was at a party one night, a bonfire thing, and dude went out in the woods to take a piss, and he got sprayed by one, and it was awful. It was awful.
It sticks with you.
Yeah, it does. It's fucking horrible. Make you sick.
Yeah, I mean, nauseous vomit stuff. That was the thing, and so I could smell. I think for at least 2 years, I could smell the skunk.
Wow. Wow.
It's nasty.
It's rough. Smells like Jenny McDermott's vagina. That's pretty rough.
So that was another story.
It's a fucked up one.
I hope that was worth a tip.
That story stunk. Get it stunk because it's stinking. It's stunk, yeah.
But yeah, it was funny when I went to college up in Oregon. We were in Yamhill County in this town called McMinnville, which was a real Hicksville thing. Now, of course, it's a big hoity-toity because of all the cork sniffing, wine industry thing. But at that time, it was really Hicksville stuff. But I was a Californian coming up there, and of course, Oregonians would say, "Oh, here's a Californian city slicker." But I would just, chuckle myself, saying, "Oh, I don't need to prove to you." On there.
Exactly.
But yeah, I grew up on the farm. Had a lot of it was apricots, peaches.
Oh, right, yeah.
And honey.
Oh, okay. Growing up, my grandmother and them had a fig tree. Big old fig tree. And so you're supposed to watch him and everything, but this dumbass kids would go out there and sit at that tree and just eat so many figs that we got fucking sick.
Ooh.
Yeah, shit was good. I like figs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also like plums a lot. I'm a big plum guy. I like plums.
Plums are good. Plums are good.
Yeah, if you get a good one, you can get the ones that, if they're not quite ripe, they're pretty horrible. But
Yeah.
you ever meet Temple Grandin?
Ever meet Temple Grandin?
I don't know what he means by that.
Who is that? I don't. I'm trying to recall. Do I know anyone named Temple Grandin?
Explain who the fuck that is. What the fuck that
Professor, I mean, are you talking about Mary Temple Grandin?
There were quite a few fig and pecan trees. They're awesome. But now you got those bitter ass pecans. Ain't worth the fuck. I don't know who he's talking about, man. To be honest with you, I have no fucking clue.
I mean, I know of somebody that was in, like, I think it was veterinarian or something, but that's a Mary Temple Grandin. Maybe that's the person. But I don't know. This, anyway, we'll see if they if double not six space.
Oh shit! Double. It's like you're ordering a fucking cheeseburger. Give me a double.
Yeah. We had. I remember we would like to make, my brother and I would like to make maps of the farm.
Yeah.
And all the trees and the rivers and brooks and stones, that sort of thing. We make these specialized maps.
Oh, that's cool.
We would take like a board and would drill holes where the trees were, and route out where the creek was, that sort of thing. So.
And as you mentioned, that area has changed so much from when you were a kid. It's like it's like one of the fucking wealthiest places on the planet now.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny, but in some ways, there's a little bit of this spot, like near where I live, is the Libby's water tower, was site of the world's largest cannery, here where I live, and that's again, it's something like the cannery was a noisy place, and I didn't really like to go there as a small kid because it was noisy and all this factory stuff going on where we would deliver the produce to get it canned, and so I didn't really like it that much. But I do remember the water tower, because that sort of was a sign that, oh, we're going to go to that noisy place. And so if I had said, oh, you're basically, guess what, you're going to be living there and you'll like it. That's again sort of as how the world can change.
Yeah. Yeah, the world's very different. Even when I was young, it's just crazy. It's cray.
Yeah, that's right. Double not six space. I think she was a professor, like a veterinary professor at University of Colorado, I think.
Oh. Okay. That's cool.
Yes, so maps is something that I really enjoyed, and it actually my connection with maps is the following. When my parents bought our farmhouse, we were actually were quite poor. And it was one of those things where my dad managed to get a good loan, and part of it was being a veteran, a Korean War veteran. He got a little bit of a break on that sort of thing. But the place that we bought was a really rundown house. And it was actually three houses the contractor had kind of glued together in this odd sort of way.
Yeah.
And but it was it was all when we bought it was all run down and big garbage pile out the back and it was they had kept rabbits in the living room and all sorts of places. It was like a really mess, and so they slowly worked on the house, room to make it livable. And painting and getting the walls fixed was something that we couldn't really afford until later. My grandmother had lots and lots of those old National Geographics. And National Geographic magazine had maps inside them. And so what my mom and dad did was to put up maps over the walls and ceilings to cover up the holes and cover up the other stuff. And so I grew up as a kid in my room where floor to ceiling and ceiling was covered with maps, right? And I remember that I had over was where there was Crater Lake map. There was a map of the Cascades. There was a map of the United States. There's a map of the area. So I grew up as a little tiny baby surrounded by maps. And I kind of knew where, so I figured out where I was in this place. But also, when we would travel, I would go there and find a map and find out where we went and say, well, okay, this is what it's like here. So wonder if it's just a little bit off from that. So we saw a mountain there. So wonder what was beyond the map, right? And so I grew up, literally surrounded by maps.
Yeah.
And then we go and visit a park, and I'd see the park and find it on the map someplace and.
Well, and now you travel the world, so there you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maps is where it's at. Nobody has an actual map these days, though. Everybody's got GPS and shit.
Like pieces of paper, like you could take a map like this, right?
Yeah. They get them big ass the truck drivers used to carry the big books. I can't think of what they're.
Yeah, like
fucking huge.
It's the well in UK they call it A to Z.
Yeah.
Or A to Z books, but Thomas Guide. That was the place. Thomas Guide was one of the things you'd have there. But yes, people have maps, and so even still my 1990 car does actually have in the side pockets maps like of Oregon, Washington, that sort of thing. You'd always have.
Yeah.
But maps. I mean, paper that was a projection of some spot.
Skip Talk Live, right?
Yeah.
He's in your area this weekend. He went there for San Francisco for TwitchCon. Yeah, TwitchCon. Yeah, it's kind of like it's their version of VidCon, I guess. No, yes, I guess it's an ad, but it's there's a certain name that of them. I can't remember what they're fucking called. That's a road atlas, but I can't remember. But there was a certain brand, like company name, that put out these maps that most of the truck drivers carried. I don't know what the fuck they were called. But anyways, so go ahead.
So according to double not space, she was an acoustic cow scientist, learned why cows moo and how to keep them calm while going through the slaughtering house, that sort of thing. Most farms use her system.
Well, there you go. And the last tip we got was from somebody. I read it. Yeah, it was from Rotten Pimple. $10 was earlier. The double dip thing. Okay, there you go. Just making sure. Just checking, making sure. We ain't got much longer to go either, so I got to go here in a little bit.
Rand McNally was what? That's right.
Double odd punk bitch. Storage. Red Eye's showing those fancy guitars he's got now on Facebook.
Yeah, Red Eye's he's actually got a whole. I mean, he can open up a museum with some of some of those instruments he's got are so beautiful.
Yeah,
And Red Eye can play them. Actually, he's not just somebody who is collecting them out of ignorance. He's got he can play it.
Yeah, he can play. Yeah, he's really good. He's really good. Well, I mean, for as good as an Australian can be, I mean, they can't really do a lot.
Well, they have to spend so much effort not falling off the earth.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's flat, They were big pre-map quests. That was big pre-map. Yeah, pre-map quests. Sure was. Rand McNally, that's it.
Yeah. Rand McNally, that's right.
That's it. Oh, I'm gonna do something special too for Landon on his birthday. And he's gonna get it as soon as I do it. And so this is a gift from me to Landon. Whee!
Excellent, sir. Excellent.
I hate that.
Well, you could blame D for that, Mr. Ad Friendly.
Yeah, ad friendly as fuck. That's a good dude, though. I love him. I love D. D's been a good friend of mine for a few years now. I love him to death.
D's a good dude.
He's
pretty smart too. He's actually quite smart.
He is. He's an antagonizer though. A motherfucker likes to piss people off. And
that's why he's so ad friendly.
He's a contrarian little fuck is what he is. But yeah, he I guess he never gets me though. He never suckers me into these arguments that he suckers everybody else into. Yeah. I just because I don't really do the argument thing, but yeah.
Yeah, so I like to troll him because he's usually somewhere around when he's online and look at stuff like that Rubik's Cube that he's never been able to figure out how to solve.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. He goes, look at his background and sort of you go and poke. Yeah, but there's a bunch of airplanes if you fly commercially. You can sit there and say, I wonder if D crawled into that particular fuel compartment or something.
He is a smart cat. He really is. He's a good dude, good-hearted guy.
Absolutely.
He wants to act all edgy.
Congratulations to him for beating his Geralds. That's another thing.
Yes, that's because he did beat cancer, and that's awesome. I mean, some people were pissed because some people wanted his stuff, but
yeah. So we had Thomas Guide was the place around was the maps around here, the ones that had the books, the rings that was easy to do, and truckers also use those for local delivery as well.
Yeah.
Galaxy maps, yes. Storm Susi, there's the Gaia space project is mapping our galaxy, and we got both a position and velocity and acceleration of our stars. It's mapping 1% of the objects in our galaxy, and it's going to give us it's getting us a really good map of our local spot here in the cosmos.
I used to go on the truck with my uncle all the time and help him, and he'd tell me to get there. I'd have to wall out that fucking big ass giant gorilla map, and I hated reading maps back then, but now they're pretty cool though.
Well, but that's how my parents solved the problems of Are We There Yet, right? Because they'd make us go and look at the signs and find it on the map and figure out where we were.
Yes, sir.
Keep us busy when we weren't poking each other and touching each other. My brother and I would bother each other, as siblings do.
Well, we have we do have a new one-time tip record. Yes, we do. And that one-time tip record is from Landon, though, for $1,666. Thank you so very much, man. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart.
Kindly. That's of course from Mama Pimp too.
It's from Mama Pimp, Papa Pimp. It's gonna help us out a lot, and I really, really appreciate it. It's awesome of you, and you guys need to keep. I know that's a lot of money, but you gotta understand that money's gonna be gone pretty soon, really quick. So keep tipping, help groceries and all that shit. But that's awesome.
Thank you kindly, and as I say, it's a pleasure, and also it's a really pleasure to count you as a friend. And you know, it's a nice way. It's a nice birthday present for me to be able to take that bonus and hand it to you.
Wow, you've. I mean, I'm not just saying this to blow smoke up his ass and thing, but Landon. I've said this many times. Landon's been one of the best friends I've ever had, and he's such a great dude. Now he's just like everybody else. He's got his flaws, and he gets a little pissed off sometimes. But he's a pretty awesome fucker.
Thank you kindly.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, Landon. Your generosity never ceases to astound me. Much love, says Racing Girl.
Oh, that's kindly. But yeah,
now, what she needs to do is send me a picture of her boobies.
That's worth $16.66.
Yes, that's worth some money right there.
If I'm ever in the area, buy you a round of your pick. Oh, sure, Mute. Let's do that sometimes in whatever area you happen to be in. And so good, but again, it's that life is fun. I live in my favorite universe, and people like you help make it even more special.
Absolutely.
But as I say, but there's also the weird stuff too. So, my
down with royalty.
Yes, down with royalty and pirates. Thank you, Raisin. You
don't like pirates?
Well, pirates are just monarchs that don't have a throne.
Yeah, exactly.
They're rapists and rape.
Why did we romanticize pirates, though?
I don't understand.
Yeah,
pirates were really evil. If I said, let's go and talk like a plundering, murdering, raping jerk, you'd say, well, why would you want to do that, right? But really, seriously, the pirates do. Now, part of the problem is I think some people confuse pirate lingo with sailor lingo, right?
Yeah.
If you said talk like a sailor, then people say, well, you're going to cuss a lot. But let me tell you, pirates were sailors without. I mean, the only difference between the British Navy and a pirate was the British Navy had a letter from the chief monarch saying you can go and beat up on those other people.
No.
That's and you can plunder. The British Navy got to, when they captured ships, they got a portion of plunder because they had to get some to the admiral and some to the monarch and so forth. But they essentially were out there looting ships and doing things, but they did it for King George and country, and so that made them not pirates, right?
Yeah. So, but we have a tendency to do that with a lot of things. Look how we romanticized like Jesse James and stuff like that. I mean, Jesse James was a fucking murderer.
Yes, you don't see me romanticizing that whole thing.
But they make it like Jesse James is a hero. No. He's not a fucking hero.
He was a murdering dude, right?
Yeah.
And of course, that's it's hard to say how these sort of I guess you call them memes get started.
Well, with that stuff, like with Jesse James and Billy the Kid, it was those dime store novels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how that shit got. They started writing stories like they were like, Jesse James in his blazing guns, but he was he robbed trains and banks and killed. And a lot of people talk about how he got shot in the back. Dude, you look at the history, Jesse James shot several people in the back.
Yes.
He was a mean fucker. I mean, yeah, it's some of the stories and movies that were made, he was pretty cool stuff, but it's not true. He was an asshole.
Seems like Bonnie and Clyde. Why romanticize that murdering couple, right?
That's true. They did.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand where this piracy stuff. So I do not truck with that whole romanticizing of pirates, right? And the funny thing is that people think, oh, pirates are back in the back in the yesteryear, and it's a nostalgia thing. And one of the big problems when we were having the eclipse in the Atlantic Ocean, one of the things we had to be concerned about was pirates, right? And the area where it was most clear would have been off. We were closer off the African coast, off places like Nigeria and so forth. And people say, well, why aren't you going over there? Because the satellite images show it's clear. It's like, well, because that's a high piracy area, and people say, "Oh, no, pirates, they're just Somalians and Pirates of the Caribbean stuff, right?" And no, on the high seas today are murdering, thieving, jerks, and particularly pirates along the coast that are state sponsored. I mean, one of the problems when trying to explain to people is that look, what the pirates do is come on board, take over the place, kill a few people, ransom you, and then the so-called navy of the African coast country comes out and rescues you and then charges you for the purpose of towing you back into safe harbor, right? So you end up having to pay off their being rescued. And somehow the pirates there escape, right? And they're not caught, right? That's the nice thing that's the nice encounter with pirates. The more likely thing is they'll shoot you, throw you overboard, and steal the cargo, and you'll never be seen from again.
Yeah.
And there's places along the African coast, along the South American coast, places in the South China Sea, very very high incidence of piracy. And if you're there, you better have better be well armed and high communication. In the case where we were, basically went off. We were a problem because we went off from radio silent, and some places basically turned off the ship radar and so forth. And again, because we didn't want to be known as there's a ship out there with 150 people that you can go out there, rob, and again, if we were attacked by pirates, there's no way we could withstand it, and you're not going to have the Navy coming in and doing it. And if so, it's probably someone's Navy who's been taught and paid for to then rescue you and charge you money for being rescued.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Pirates are not nice people. They're murdering, thieving people, and it's just like saying what I was saying with Somalia. I mean, they just said to that. Certainly, there was a problem with piracy. But sort of some high profile assess. But there's other places where it's not so much in the news, but yeah, there's pirates today are a big problem in the high seas.
Here's a tidbit, and a lot of people probably know this, but the old-fashioned, the famous pirate Blackbeard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what he used to do to intimidate people? He used to take firecrackers, stick them in his beard, and light them, and he used to do that to intimidate people for some reason. That's an actual thing. I remember reading that one time in a book. I actually read one book, and it was...
Yeah, zodiacs are the thing. So like the ship we have, they're going to go off to Pitcairn, which ironically, Pitcairn is a bunch of mutineers that, people who were... Captain Bligh was such a big ass. They basically kicked him off the ship and sent him off what they thought was certain death, but he managed to sail 3,000 miles to land, and so the mutineers hit out in this island. But going out there and back, that's another area where there's got to be some anti-piracy measures taken as far as safety goes. And they have things like sound cannons and other things that try to repel people if they got near. And they're very, very careful about because they know so the ships that are going and where things are registered, and they're very careful about ships that all of a sudden sort of show up, because that's getting a boarding party and so forth would be bad news.
Like,
anyway, let's
yes.
talk about nicer thing besides pirates, right?
Let's talk about my balls.
So yes, we haven't mentioned your 3 balls.
3 testicular love balls. They're awesome.
You ever wonder what would like to have 4?
No. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess it has crossed my mind. I don't know. It's yeah. People, I love the question when people ask me, how does it feel to have a 3rd testicle? I don't know. How does it feel to have 2? I ain't never had 3, so I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. But I love fucking freaking people out when I tell people that no, you ain't got no 3 ball, and then they see them when I slap them in their forehead with them. But yeah,
and it's 3 functioning, not just it's not some tumor sitting there. It's like
no, it's a functioning nut. It really is. It's crazy, but the thing about it is people think it's nut. It's not. It just kind of looks like a big sack of balls. But yeah, it's there. It's there, my friend.
What do you suppose the most number of balls someone had?
I don't know. I've never. I mean, I guess there's been people born with 4, but I ain't never heard of it.
Thank you, Mutes.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Safe travels.
Yeah. See you later. But we're gonna be heading off in just a couple of minutes. Before we do go, I want to thank you once again, Landon, for that very, very generous.
You're welcome, and it's a new bar, set for.
Yeah, I need one
there.
Yeah, one-time record.
Who was
it? Was Finn. It was Finn. Yeah, it was. I think what was it, 725 or something like that.
Yeah. So you got to let Finn know he's got to up the game.
He's been destroyed. But once again, happy birthday to you.
Thank you kindly.
And you went off and had your pre-birthday dinner last night, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a nice pre-birthday dinner down there in Cigguras, really nice organic Italian restaurant where people had. And so a friend of mine, JC, remember the lady that drove us around in San Francisco?
Yes.
She's going to be picking me up and taking me to some place for dinner. So.
That's nice. She's awesome too. She's a very sweet person.
Yeah, I will, and I will let her know that you said that. So.
Yes, I enjoyed spending time with her that day. And that's pretty.
So
cool.
now the big thing, of course, is we got to look forward to the 28 days of Pimpmunk starting on November 1st,
and getting money to help with that hotel room because it's fucking ridiculous. But there is if we do it before in a couple of days or whatever, there is a gift card on Amazon wish list that will help with the fucking hotel. But I've already got one booked though. What?
So those gift cards, are you sure that the hotel can use those gift cards for?
It's hotels.com. You use it through them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's for.
That's what you order it through.
Yeah, but I don't normally use hotel.com. I use booking.com, but I ain't found no gift cards through them. So
if someone buys the hotels.com thing,
I just go there and I go over there and book the room and pay for it with that gift card.
Yeah,
something like that. Anyway, we'll figure it out.
But that's a big thing for Pimpmunk to go to Lambeau Field.
Yeah,
he's gonna need money for the hotel. He's gonna need also money to get his cell phone back online because we want to see him with his head. Right? You gotta,
you gotta buy a cheese head.
Gotta because you gotta sit there and see Pimpmunk acting like a true fan.
There's actually a lot of shit I gotta do. I can buy some warm clothes because I really don't have any. I mean, like really winter clothes. I mean, I have a jacket, but that's not going to do much good at Lambeau Field in the month of November.
Yes, but you're going there with the true experience, right?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna go freeze my nipples off.
Yes,
And I'm gonna have
and
a
so
blast.
so you've got the ticket.
Yeah,
You
I got the bus ticket. I got the game ticket. I've got the room booked. I just ain't paid for because it's and yeah. So
so you're going to need some money to eat. Also, you're going to go by and you're going to meet the Milwaukee atheists. They're going to give you a T-shirt.
yeah, I'm gonna meet him in whatchamacallit. Oh, I'm gonna yeah. I'm talking about what city is it? Milwaukee. Yeah, goddamn, I'm stupid. And then I was thinking, what's his name? Gator Coot. I'm supposed to meet Gator Coot in Chicago.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to meet Pimpmunk in person.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna be there for like 6 hours. So if you live out in Chicago, come to the damn station. I'll let you know when I'm there. But I thank you guys. I thank you, Landon. I thank everybody for all the support. And I know Landon appreciates all the birthday wishes and stuff.
Thank you kindly.
Yes, and no. So I gotta go to the grocery store with my mom. So catch y'all. By the way, tomorrow I know who we got. Fuck, we got somebody. I know that Animaster is gonna be on tomorrow. And I don't know who else, but we got some people. I do know for Halloween that Modern Medusa is going to be on. I think Anna's going to be on. I think Luna's costumed today. So sexy costumes and shit. Yay. Stuff like that. So, yeah. Remember to check out the show this week. Shrimp says, thank you for the show, Pimp, and have a good one. All of you. Yeah. Thank you, buddy. Thank everybody. Happy birthday, Landon, and happy October 28th to everybody else, I guess. Bye.
Bye.